My name is Tim Johnston. I'm the fire chief here in Ayer. As you can see behind me, we had a train derailment at just after 11 a.m. this morning. Passerby called the Ayer-Shirley 911 dispatch center on the business line to report she noticed that some blue containers were on the side of the rail. They looked like they had fallen over. The police and fire units were dispatched. The police arrived and was met here by a railroad official that was also here. They determined right away that there was no hazardous materials involved. It was just containers that are double stacked on the freight train that contain only trash. They're known as trash containers, and they're double stacked. For an unknown cause, the two double stacked containers on one of the trains toppled over, and it seems to have ended up pulling 4 others over. So at the present time, we have 5 train cars that have rolled off the tracks, and 2 are leaning in a different position. Environmentally, there's no issues. There is a waterway next to this where the containers are at, but we put booms in as a precaution, but there's no leaking contents out of the containers. So the derailment's under investigation by CSX, and it could take several hours to maybe a day or 2 to get things back to normal here. And I know the rail traffic in through this area is still running, but at a slower pace in this general area.
Yeah, I wanted to get in there, but it's completely blocked by the top. But I mean, it's granite.
No injuries. As I said, the train was actually not moving. It was on a side rail where it was not in motion. It was parked, as they would say. So it just seems to have toppled over, and until this woman walking by, nobody before that, called or made any comment that, hey, the trail, the railroad train had rolled over. Yeah, it has not happened where the trains are packed on the side of the track. It's unusual that they would roll over, and I can't recall of we've had them fall off the tracks, but not, fall over. So this is, I would say, unusual for this part of Ayer anyways.
Inside rail underneath the furthest part that's tipping, you could see the rail isn't quite perfectly even. It's not nearly as flat and straight.
I'm on the planning board in Ayer, and my wife said, hey, have you checked the news? And I said, what's going on? It says, we got our own train derailment. So I wanted to see for myself, and from what I understand, it doesn't sound like anyone was hurt or injured, which is great news. But it is concerning. Ayer is a significant train junction, and it makes you wonder what the protocols are for safety and the condition of the rails themselves. So it looks like a big mess. Some of it actually looks like it took down one of the telegraph poles or electrical poles, and you can see between these 2 poles over here. So it looks like there's going to be a mix of things to do, turning the cars upright, fixing the electric, and probably working on the track itself.
I'll never forget the biggest thing I've probably ever seen so far. Well,